Down 3 notches to number 8 is Coldplay, a band who originally called themselves Starfish, but then a friend who had been calling his band Coldplay decided to drop the name. Singer Chris Martin says, quote, he thought it was too depressing. We thought it was just right. Here's Coldplay with Speed of Sound.
Casey's Coast to Coast.
Well, now we're up to an American Top 20 Extra, a smash by Coldplay, a song that was written at the last moment to save an album that the band didn't think was any good. It was back in 2002, and in the words of Coldplay's lead singer, Chris Martin, we were having a rough time of it. We had recorded a whole album, and the more we listened to that album, the more we thought it was rubbish. The album is titled A Rush of Blood to the Head. It's been praised by critics and fans, but the band had been working on it for so long they just didn't like it anymore. They were talking about starting all over again. Luckily, their manager talked them out of that. He told the band that all the album really needed was a song they'd never get tired of. And so Chris and the band started kicking ideas around. And he says, late one night, just fooling around with some melodies, they found the right one. The melody that became the basis of their song, Clocks. That song made them feel much better about their album, and it also became their biggest hit. Now with an extra on American Top 20, here's Coldplay with that smash from 2003, Clocks.
Counting down the hits with Casey Kasem.
You found it, American Top 20, the home of the hits. At number 4 again this week is Coldplay, a group whose leader, Chris Martin, says he stands out from the rest of the band because, quote, I'm louder than anyone else.
Number 3.
Up a notch is Coldplay, a band whose lead singer, Chris Martin, was recently named one of the sexiest vegetarians of the year by PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Here's Chris Martin and Coldplay with Speed of Sound.
Counting them down with Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem.
I'm Charlie Tuna for Casey Kasem. You're hearing them, the 20 biggest hits of the week. Now we're up to an American Top 20 Extra by Coldplay, a band whose leader was once a starving student who soaked up the rich history of the ancient world while surviving on a poor man's diet of beans. Singer Chris Martin is a very well-educated rocker. His parents sent him to the exclusive Sherborne School in London, and after he finished there, he enrolled in London's University College, where he knew exactly what he wanted to study. Quote, my family would go on trips to Greece and Rome, and I'd spend all my time crawling around the ruins. I wanted that to be my life. Chris also says he loved living the life of an impoverished undergraduate. Quote, I lived in a cold water walk-up where I had 3 meals a day. Beans, beans, and more beans. I was a starving student and proud of it. He received his degree in ancient studies, and it was while studying for his degree that he met the musicians who became Coldplay. Now with an extra, here's Coldplay with a timely hit from 2003, Clocks.
And that means that we're up to the number 1 song in the USA. It's by a band whose talented leader says being original isn't one of his talents. Chris Martin says, I listen to other people's music, and when I hear something I like, I take note of it. I play it for the band, and if we all like it, we try to use it in our music. There's a lot of U2 in our music, a lot of Radiohead, a lot of Depeche Mode. The big worry for Chris is the more people listen to the music of Coldplay, the more apparent this will become. He says they'll come to see how much we've plagiarized. I was thinking maybe we should put a bibliography on the album, giving credit to the bands we've borrowed from. That would be the honest thing to do. Well, Chris Martin may have at least part of his tongue in his cheek, but if he does borrow, he borrows well, because his band has the song that moves back up to the top of the chart. The number 1 song in the USA for a third non-consecutive week is Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
But that was when I ruled the world.
There it is, the number 1 song in the USA for a third non-consecutive week on American Top 20, Viva La Vida by Coldplay. And there you have them, the 20 hottest adult hits in the USA, based on USA Today airplay charts as compiled by Mediabase 24/7 and published every Tuesday in the Life section. American Top 20 is produced in Hollywood. If you have a question or a long-distance dedication, you can write to us at American Top 20, P.O. Box 1110, Hollywood, California, 90028. Or you can email us at casey1110@aol.com. American Top 20 is a production of the Premier Radio Networks. AT20 was created by Casey Kasem and Don Bastani. Produced by Lori Crimmy. Our staff includes Matt Wilson, Merrill Schindler, and Toby James Petty. Production and engineering by Michael Cooper and Ray Hernandez. I'm Casey Kasem. Join me next week when once again we'll count down the hottest hits in the USA. Till then, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. And leave your radio tuned right where it is.
American Top 20 with Casey Kasem has been brought to you by PetSmart. Be better together.